Hello, welcome back, welcome to. If you're new, my name is Abria Perry and welcome to my channel. I run a brand called FinStyle where we discuss all things lifestyle, beauty, and fashion with a finance twist. FinStyle is all about financing a life and a closet you love. Hello, welcome to the FinStyle family. Thank you for clicking on today's video. Today we are going to be talking about the strategy behind how I shop, how I pull outfits together, and really how I prepare my wardrobe for the springtime, and some tips and guidelines that can help you to do the same. I'm also going to be sharing with you guys some of the items that are currently in my cart and that I plan on pulling the trigger on, things that I have mapped out for myself, budgeted for, and now I am ready to procure. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's video. If you are not following me on Instagram, make sure that you go ahead and do so at Abria Perry, and follow me on Pinterest and on TikTok as well. I post different content on all of my platforms, so I don't want you to miss any of it. Particularly on Pinterest, this is where I get a lot of my inspiration. This is where I make a lot of put a lot of the things that are in my head on paper and put them down. I am a visual person, so I need to see everything, and you guys will see some of that in today's video. So if you are interested in kind of my creative process, then make sure that you are also following me over on Pinterest. But let's go ahead and get into today's video. If you are interested in this sweater set, I will have it linked below. I picked this up from Zara, and it's just a little bralette and a sweater. It is very comfortable, not itchy at all, and I have super sensitive skin, so I'm really cognizant of that, but I have not had any issues with it. So I will go ahead and link it down below for you guys if it is still available. I will also link some similar items for you to shop as well. That is actually another good reminder. If you guys are not following me on Like to Know It, make sure that you go ahead and do so. I link all of my outfits as well as things that I'm just interested in or looking at. So again, if you're ever looking for some inspo or looking for links to anything you see me in, check my Like to Know It, and if it can be linked, it is. So let's go ahead and get into these shopping tips. So let's take it from the top and really talk about how I start shopping or preparing myself to shop for a new season. I always take inventory of what I have before I start shopping for a new season. I typically take inventory of what I have on a rolling basis, and this is just because I love clothes. I really love creating for you guys, and I use my clothes a lot. I use pretty much everything in my wardrobe often, so I like to take inventory of what I have. I like to take inventory of the condition of the items that I have and make any notes for myself if that's something that seems like, you know, it might be time to replace that soon, or if it's something that I realize that I'm just not gravitating towards. I'll determine if that's something that I want to give away, for example, to a friend or a family member, if it's something I want to donate, or if it's something that's worth selling. And I typically pull things out of my wardrobe on the regular, so that makes it easier for me. I'm not typically doing like a big dump where I'm giving away like 50 items at once and overwhelming myself. I usually will pull things out on a gradual basis and be like, nah, I don't really like her anymore. Nah, I haven't worn her anymore. Nah, she don't fit. I get rid of my stuff. That's really what I'm saying. I do not hold on to anything. Hoarding is not my ministry, okay? We let things go. Once they have served their purpose, I let them go. And I find that I've been doing this often over the last couple of years because I reached a really big transition and turning point in my FinStyle. So while I've always really appreciated quality items. My financial capacity did not necessarily match up with my taste, and still does not to a certain extent. But previously I was a college student. I just graduated from college 2 years ago, so there was a gradual progression of getting rid of a lot of the clothing that was not my style anymore, did not work for my personal lifestyle, did not work for, you know, the aesthetic and kind of look that I prefer to dress in now, or they were just items that I didn't really need. I had a lot of like business wear and things that I used to wear in school as a business student that I just wasn't wearing as much. So over time, I have really been passing a lot of those items off to somebody who can really use them. And as a result, I've been replacing them gradually because it was not in the best interest of my financial capacity to try to kind of run before I could walk. So little by little, I have been replacing some of those items, and we will jump into some more details on that a little bit later in the video. But the first thing that I do is really take note and audit what's going on in my closet. Okay, I need to see everything, I need to feel it, I need to touch it, and get rid of anything that I don't need. You can do this by doing spring cleaning and kind of just designate a day to go through everything in your wardrobe, or if that feels a little too aggressive for you, because I know that a lot of us do this thing where we decide we want to do it. Okay, we doing it, we jump head first in it, and it's just like, all right, everything gotta go. And it's like, whoa, let's rein it back. Let's not. You end up in a pile of clothes, saying you hate everything, you're overwhelmed, you don't know what to do with these clothes. Now you go into Goodwill and then you come back home and you don't have anything to wear. So I like to do it little by little. This is personally what works for me. And again, it doesn't seem like such a large feat because you are not trying to bite off more than you can chew. All right, just take it one step at a time. All right, this applies to literally everything. I've been reading Elaine Welteroth's More Than Enough, and she basically has a part in there where she talks about what her motto was for years, and it was bite off more than you can chew and chew it fast. But she said over time she realized that it really should have been take small bites, chew thoroughly, and then take another bite. And really, that is what I want you guys to do when you are auditing your wardrobe. Really take your time, and that is not to say, you know, go back and forth on if you're going to keep an item or not. Once you make that decision, make that decision. All I'm saying is don't make yourself feel like you need to make a ton of decisions at once. When I am going through these items, there are 3 specific categories that items kind of fall into. Things that I need to donate and get rid of because I no longer wear them. They no longer serve a purpose in my wardrobe. Things that I need to get rid of because they are at the end of their life and it's not cute, right? So a lot of the time, these are things that I thoroughly enjoyed and still to this day thoroughly enjoy, but they've seen better days. This happens to, you know, lower price point items. This also happens to higher price point items. Let's just bear in mind that at the end of the day, items are items. They are material beings and products, and they are not gonna last forever. No matter how much you spend on them, they will start to deteriorate at some point and have a certain level of wear and tear. The thought process is this, that if you are spending a little bit more money on them, that will be a slower process and you will be able to use them for a little bit longer than maybe if something was made out of lesser materials. The things that I need to get rid of because they no longer serve me. I have things in my wardrobe that I need to replace, and then I'm also looking for any gaps in my wardrobe. Is there something that I don't have because I've never had it and now I want it and I feel like it will align with my personal fin style at the time, my financial capacity? Or is it something that in the process of doing a previous audit, I got rid of and I have yet to replace because I didn't find the right one, or maybe I decided to hold off on it because it wasn't the correct season. For example, I got rid of some things in the fall, some summer items before I put away my spring and summer things. I got rid of some things in the late summer fall, and I decided I'll wait until closer to spring and summer to replace those items, you know, again, because maybe I didn't find them yet, or because it was not strategic of me financially to spend money on those things now to, you know, replace those summer sandals when we were going into fall. Sometimes, like I said, you can find deals on things, and if it works for you, it works for you. But perhaps at that time you had other priorities. It didn't make sense for you to spend the money on anything, let alone some spring sandals in the fall. So that is typically what I am looking for when I am auditing my closet. So once I have audited my closet, pretty much as I am auditing my closet, I am making a list. I'm a huge list girl. Making a list and checking it twice is a major pillar of FinStyle and always having something to wear. And I am big on this. So I have all different types of style lists and wardrobe lists and FinStyle lists for goals that I have, lists for things that I want in my wardrobe, lists. Your girl has a list, okay? And it really helps me to stay organized, particularly in my closet and on track with my spending, because I am not just out here blindly shopping and just going with the vibes. Does it happen? It sure does, occasionally, okay? But having my list really helps that to be sporadic. If it ever happens, it is a conscious, willing decision, all right? Sometimes I just lose my damn mind, okay? I just lose it. Farfetch makes me lose my mind. Again, another story for another day. I digress. So I have a running list of items that I need to replace. So from that audit, each time I do an audit, each time I get rid of something, if it is something that I need to replace, I make a list of it. In that same list, I also have things that I need because I've never had them. Like they fill a gap in my wardrobe, like I said. So I might be like out and about and see somebody in, you know, a pair of white tennis shoes. And I'm like, oh, I really need a pair of white tennis shoes. Maybe I've had a white pair of tennis shoes before, maybe I haven't, but I note that down. And as I'm shopping, because in the back of my mind, I know I have a pair of white tennis shoes, I tend to save any that I like or just see browsing. Maybe I'm out and about and I see somebody with a pair on and I ask them, hey, where did you get those? And I make a note of those. When I make a note of them, I am very organized, like I said. So I typically like to add a link to any that I see. I like to save a screenshot of them. And I also like to put the price down just as a reminder for myself if it is something that for me is a FinStyle high, meaning I value it, I want to invest in it, or if it's something that I'm comfortable spending a little bit less money on because I know that I'll need to replace it or it's going to just naturally wear very quickly. So that is usually my strategy with my lists. So typically I also have another list for each season that is just really like my lust list. Like these are items that I see and I'm just like, girl, you are too good. You are too good and you need to live with me. You need to become a part of the FinStyle family. Sometimes these are highs, sometimes these are lows in terms of price point. I typically consider them FinStyle highs because I value them and I want to prioritize them when I am purchasing and when I am adding items to my wardrobe for that season. And I have some really good things on this list right now. This is a separate list from like my like luxury wish list or like items that have like I've been looking for years, really like long term. I've always wanted these things. That's a different list from this list. This is a list typically from whatever is out, whatever is new in on Farfetch or Saks or Shopbop, and that I see and I'm like, ooh, you're good. And like I said, typically I still go along with them filling some sort of gap in my wardrobe. Aside from button-up shirts, which I have an unhealthy addiction to, and I do not plan on getting help anytime soon, I typically do not buy the same thing over and over again. So a lot of the times these are things that are filling gaps because, like I said, I don't have anything else like it, and it's special and it feels special to me. So I make a list after I have audited my wardrobe, and I also have that list of just things that I like, cute things that I've come across that I just feel like I said, they need to live with me. And then the last thing that I do is I solidify my vision. So usually this is kind of like, okay, what's our vibe for this summer, or what's our vibe for this spring or this fall? You know, what are some of the like pillars of your style this summer? Like, did you find a pair of shoes that you really like and you want to make those work in your wardrobe for the entire summer? So usually I like to take into consideration my lifestyle. What do I have going on in this particular season? You know, am I going to be traveling a lot? Am I going to be doing a lot of things with family? If you have kids, are you going to be going to a lot of games, kids games? Are you going to be, whatever? Like if it's fall time and your kids are playing soccer, like, does it make sense for you to invest in some good like athletic shoes and a good waterproof jacket, because you might be out there in the rain with your little babies? So that is really what I like to do. I like to solidify the vision that I have for myself, and I like to get that down on paper. So like I said, I am extremely visual, so I typically do this on Pinterest. I like to pin kind of the vibes that I'm going for, and I also like to create my own style boards. This is a technique that I use for my clients. I do take on private FinStyle clients where I source and design wardrobes for them, my personal shop, and just really make sure that they have a closet that they absolutely love and that meets the needs of their lifestyle. So this is typically what I do to visualize everything for them. I started doing that for them because that is how I visualize things for myself, and really a pillar of FinStyle. If you are interested, please feel free to reach out if you do require some FinStyle help. So what I do is I make a mood board, vision board, style guide situation, like I said, where I ensure that all of the items that I am thinking about adding into my wardrobe work with items that I already have in my wardrobe. This is crucial. Hands down, one of the most important things that you will do. I do not know who needs to hear this, but stop shopping for outfits. Stop shopping for outfits, baby. Stop it. Because you buy that outfit knowing nothing else in your wardrobe is gonna go with it. And then it's like you wear that outfit once and it's like, okay, what am I gonna do with it? Shop piece by piece. Think, what purpose does this serve in the broader scheme of my personal FinStyle and my wardrobe? Does this work for my lifestyle? And am I gonna get my cost per wear? Stop shopping outfit by outfit. Don't do it to yourself. It hurts you every single time. So what I like to do is make sure that I have at least 3 ways to wear any item that I bring into my wardrobe. I like to match this up with different things that I have in my wardrobe. Sometimes I will match them up with items that I am also thinking about purchasing. So that's not necessarily shopping outfit by outfit. It just so happens that because if you understand your FinStyle so well and so deeply, that you naturally gravitate towards items that you can kind of mix and match with each other. Once I have all of that together, I like to go ahead and shop. I like to, you know, get my feet wet, scroll a little bit. I love Farfetch, I love Saks, I love shopping on Shopbop, My Teresa, and then high street brands like Mango, Zara, ASOS. And I like to just make sure, like I said, that I am shopping for pieces, bits and pieces here and there, versus doing really big hauls and kind of overspending and underutilizing, which is also something that you want to avoid, and one of the main reasons that a lot of people end up without anything to wear. So if you have not watched my FinStyle 101 series, make sure that you definitely go ahead and do that. So that brings us to the end of today's video. If you enjoyed, I hope that you will go ahead and like this video. Do not forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram at AbriaPerry so you never miss any of the fun. Also follow me on Pinterest and TikTok as well at AbriaPerry, because I always have something coming for y'all. I will talk to you guys in our next video. Bye.